In this video, we look at the purpose and functionality of system software within a computer system. We know that all computer systems input data, they process that data, and they output a result. And quite often this process is going to involve a user that's going to provide that data. And the output is going to be produced by some hardware, whether that's a display or a printer of some form. So the user needs a way of interacting with that hardware, and that's the purpose of an operating system. It provides the interface between the user and the hardware. Now, the user doesn't tend to interact directly with the hardware, but instead they use application software such as word processors, spreadsheets, or graphics programs in order to accomplish a given task. And it's the role of the operating system to provide a platform on which that application software can run. Application software today usually involves a common user interface, so the user is interacting with the application software in a familiar and friendly way. The application software will have a user, and the operating system is providing a platform for those applications to run, and it's also providing its own user interface experience in addition to the application software. There are also a number of utility programs, some of which are built into the operating system that help to maintain the computer. Some typical examples might be encryption software, compression software, and defragmentation software. Loading programs into memory so they can be executed and managing the data of those programs in memory is not a trivial task, especially when you combine that with virtual memory that we've studied in previous topics. And so the operating system has to manage the memory for the processor. The user will also want to save what's in the memory from time to time so they don't lose their work when the power's switched off. So the operating system also has to manage the file store. It has to make decisions about where files are going to be stored and where they're going to be loaded from again. The large array of additional peripheral hardware connected to computers are also going to operate in a very specific way, and therefore they need some device drivers in order to translate operating system instructions into something that the hardware is actually going to understand. So in summary, there are two main types or categories of system software. There's the operating system that we've been mainly talking about here, and that provides a platform on which users can run programs. And then there's utility system software, software used to maintain the computer system. In the next three videos, we're going to be looking in more detail at some of the functions of operating systems and different categories of utility software.